They sent me away to Mansfield Park without asking me what I wanted. I remember that morning very clearly. The sky was gray, and the house felt quiet, too quiet. My name is Eliza. I was 22 years old, and I believed I was loved. I believed my marriage was safe. I was wrong. My husband, Thomas, stood near the window. He did not look at me. His mother packed my suitcase. She folded my dresses slowly, like she had all the time in the world. No one spoke. I wanted to ask a question, but my voice stayed inside my chest. You will stay at Mansfield Park for some time, his mother said at last. Her voice was calm, but her eyes were cold. Why? I asked softly. It is better for everyone, she replied. Thomas said nothing. That silence hurt more than angry words. I looked at him, waiting for him to explain, to defend me, to say he loved me. But he only nodded. That moment broke something inside me. The carriage ride felt long. Mansfield Park was far from the city. I watched the road, thinking about my life. I left my family to marry Thomas. I trusted him. I tried to be a good wife. I cooked, I cleaned. I waited for him every night. Still something changed. Before they sent me away, I noticed small signs. Thomas came home late. He hid his phone. He smiled at messages but never shared them with me. When I asked questions, he said I worried too much. I believed him. I wanted peace, not truth. Mansfield Park was large and old. The trees were tall, and the house looked lonely. A woman named Mrs. Grant welcomed me. She was kind but distant. She showed me my room and said I could walk in the garden anytime. That night, I sat alone on the bed. The room was quiet, but my thoughts were loud. Why was I here? What did I do wrong? I replayed every moment of my marriage in my head. I searched for mistakes. I blamed myself. I did not know yet that Thomas was seeing another woman. I did not know that my silence helped his lies grow. All I knew was that I was sent away, and my heart. Days passed at Mansfield Park, slow and empty. I walked in the garden every morning. I read books in the afternoon. At night, I thought about home. Thomas never wrote to me. That hurt more than I expected. One afternoon, I met a young woman named Clara. She worked in the house. She was friendly and spoke openly. We drank tea together near the window. You are Thomas's wife, right? She asked carefully. Yes, I answered. She looked away and became quiet. I felt something strange in my chest. Clara, I said, do you know why I am here? She hesitated. Then she spoke softly. People talk. I did not want to say anything. Please, I said. I need to know. She took a deep breath. Your husband is often seen with another woman. In the city. The words felt heavy. I could not move. I could not speak. Are you sure? I whispered. Yes, she said. Many people have seen them together. That night, I did not sleep. The truth came slowly, like a shadow filling the room. All the late nights. All the secrets. Everything made sense now. I felt angry, but more than that, I felt small. They sent me away so he could live freely. I was not sick. I was not dangerous. I was only inconvenient. I wrote a letter to Thomas. My hands shook as I held the pen. Why did you send me away? I wrote. Was it easier to hide your betrayal than face me? I waited for a reply. Days passed. No answer came. Instead, I received a letter from his mother. She wrote that I should stay quiet. That a woman must protect her family's name. That patience was my duty. I read the letter many times. Then I folded it and placed it in the drawer. For the first time, I felt something new. Not fear. Not sadness. Strength. I realized I was not wrong to ask for love and honesty. I was not wrong to feel hurt. Infidelity was his choice, not my failure. Mansfield Park was still lonely, but I was no longer lost. The truth hurt, but it also opened my eyes. After learning the truth, I changed. I stood straighter. I spoke more clearly. Mansfield Park became a place of thinking, not hiding. I began writing every day. I wrote about my feelings, my pain, and my dreams. Writing helped me understand myself. I was more than a wife waiting in silence. Mrs. Grant noticed the change. One evening, she sat with me by the fire. You seem stronger, she said. I am learning. I replied. She smiled gently. That is good. Weeks later, Thomas finally wrote. His letter was short. He said he was sorry. He said things were complicated. He did not say he loved me. I read the letter once. Then I placed it beside the others. I did not cry. I did not beg. I felt calm. I wrote back. I deserve honesty and respect. Silence is no longer my answer. Sending that letter felt like opening a window in a closed room. At Mansfield Park, I helped Clara learn to read better. I helped in the garden. I laughed sometimes. Life did not end with betrayal. It changed. I understood something important. Infidelity breaks trust, but it also shows truth. It shows who stays silent and who stands up. I was no longer the woman they sent away without a voice. I was becoming someone new. Spring came to Mansfield Park. Flowers bloomed, and the air felt lighter. I received one last letter from Thomas. He asked me to return. He said people were talking. I smiled sadly. He still cared more about voices outside than the one inside his home. I packed my bag, not to return to him, but to leave Mansfield Park on my own terms. Mrs. Grant hugged me goodbye. Clara waved with tears in her eyes. You are brave, she said. So are you, I replied. I returned to my family. I told them the truth. For the first time, I did not hide my pain. They listened. They supported me. I chose myself. That choice was not easy, but it was right. They once sent me away to hide a lie. I came back with the truth and my dignity. Infidelity took something from me, but it also gave me clarity. I learned that love without respect is not love. Silence is not peace. And a woman's voice matters. Mansfield Park will always be part of my story, not as a place of shame, but as the place where I found myself.